Why they didn't ban Lux out. Maybe they wanted to pick it themselves in the last game. Who knows how that works out is until you actually get to speak to those players, which is something I always try and do during these tournaments. It's definitely something we didn't get to see. However, they've been streaming pretty heavily. They've definitely returned and pleased a lot of their fans. We are into the game, ladies and gentlemen. So the blue team, if you've just joined us, is going to be SK Gaming, coming off the back of a defeat to Azubu Frost, sorry. Azubu Blaze not here. A team I definitely expected to be here after MLG. However, CLG coming into this one as the red team. You can see it again, Aranea just causing problems for Big Fat LP in that mid lane, just forcing him back. Bottom lane actually, Doublelift is going to get caught out down the bottom. Doublelift should be first blood. Yellowstar will pick it up, and he's going to go down. Chowster also now caught out, keeping himself really distanced there. Yellowstar should be able to get away from this one. You can see with the red buff, can he catch him? No, he did! He got the double kill, but Lulu managed to pick up the kill. Chowster playing really well. In the last match, this time he's choosing not to go for it so quick. As it is on Shen, he's very much gone for that harder goal. Chowster getting caught out by the Ezreal ultimate there. Yellowstar trying to push that wave. Is he going to go aggressive? He does catch Doublelift out there. Gets Arcane Shift on him. Doesn't quite manage to slow him enough. Is going to go for the aggression, but the ultimate from Lulu turns things around. And now he could catch him out. Yellowstar's there. Here comes Hotshot GG coming from behind. Can he catch on towards Yellowstar? Nif trying to do a fantastic job. The Gen ultimate coming in. You can see Voivod joining in. That should be the rupture. Yellowstar is still just hanging on in there. His Arcane Shift will be back available. Teleport comes in. Big Fat LP picks up first blood. Now Nif may well go down. Big Fat LP trying to get in there. The double kill on Big Fat LP. The Lux ultimate though, could they turn it around? Orianna catches on there, the ball defending on Voivod. Aranea may well go down here. He's going to defend the Oracles. The Oracles is burned. Doublelift picks up the shot. He's going to go down, but it was totally worth it. A 3-1 exchange for CLG Gaming. Beautiful.
Everybody appearing into that team.
Fight forming up here. Bottom lane was actually being closed in on by CLG here. SK backing away from this one. They have got the rest of SK coming down the river though, going to follow on. They are going to walk past the ward. Aranea going aggressive. He went straight for Hotshot. GG takes a lot of damage straight away. Voivod also trying to catch him out there. The Lux ultimate missing most of CLG there. Did manage to catch a few members. They are going to catch him. Voivod's gone aggressive. There's the Orianna ultimate. Ocelot gets caught out. Ocelot drops. Kevin goes down as well. Absolutely destroyed. And CLG certainly coming out on top of this one. They should be able to pick up the dragon off the back of that. SK Gaming cannot contest this one. They need to be careful. They don't even get dived on the turret. But SK Gaming are going to continue to try and cause themselves a nuisance. Aranea is still here. He's got the possibility to get in, get the smite on the dragon. Can he pick it up? You can see Nif. He's going to try and bide them away. Aranea has been spotted. The Graves goes across. Yeah, the shot was there. The Ezreal ultimate trying to steal it, but it was not to be. That thing out of the fact that Doublelift is a long way from the fight. He has got teleport though, remember, so he can join in. It's definitely an interesting strategy using those 3 teleports. As it is, Hotshot GG does manage to catch out Linebind and Hotshot GG. Hotshot GG though just manages to flash out of the ultimate there. Ezreal ultimate catches down. The Orianna goes down, but he will get dropped there. That's a 6 stack, but Orianna, oh my god, Arani just got away down the bottom. Nicely done that. He has got the ward in that bush and just used the accelerator gate to pick up the steal. We are seeing Nif clearing out the wards around the Baron area, and actually Yellowstar has started off the Baron. This is a 2-man Baron, 3-man Kevin comes in.
No wards in there, and lots of members of CLG aren't close.
There's the Shadow
trying to get a ward in there. They're going to maybe teleport in to stop it. This is going to be really close.
This is going to be close. They put the ward down, they immediately see it, they've got vision of it, but surely the Baron will get picked up. Yes, it will. And SK pick up a very quick Baron, catching CLG completely off guard.
I'm wondering why they didn't try to teleport onto that ward inside. They had enough people there that everyone could have arrived. It could have been potentially disastrous. They would have been extremely vulnerable inside that Baron pit. But now they're also extremely vulnerable because SK just got a free Baron. They didn't want to throw potentially by all trying to stop that. Now they're just poking down mid. Now they have the Baron buff, a blue buff on Ocelot, a red buff on Kevin. The Lux plus Jace poke is actually really, really close. CLG would have to hard engage onto a team with Baron if they want to stop something here. Doublelift is actually the one they decided to try to split push, and will that be able to pull SK off of this?
Wow, Ocelot just using his ultimate there, just to capture Chowster and clear the creep wave. They're trying to push this creep wave as much as possible, but honestly, don't think you need to use it. I mean, the cooldown is pretty damn quick, so maybe wasn't too worried about Aranea just getting caught down.
They have to respawn. Doublelift taking down that tower.
And there's the ultimate going across, and he's just going to chomp through that turret. He's got the minion wave with him. They're going to have to react. The turret's going to go down, so Doublelift again split pushing on his own down the bottom. Instead, they're going to turn it to an engage. They're trying to catch on towards Jouster. There's Jace. There's going to be Nif trying to catch on towards it. He already used his absolute zero, remember. Doesn't have it available. The Orianna ultimate just catching him out. Big Fat LP will get dropped on the back of this one. Kevin's going to finish him off there. Nif also picking up the kill on Big Fat LP.
Jouster still split pushing too.
Continuing to split push, you can see the inhibitor will go down. Aranea is going to come around the back of him. SK Gaming could turn this into a full push. They can take the inhibitor of their own here. They're going to push through. They've already taken 2 of the major damage dealers out there. Voyboy doing as best he can with Hotshot GG to stop this going down. SK Gaming may have it in them to continue pushing through. We've got a 36-second cooldown on Big Fat LP. Double Lift is now backed off. No, he's still in there, still on that turret. The
He's trying to take the base tower.
He's trying to take the Nexus turret. Aranea misses the taunts on him. He does manage to get one Nexus turret. Meanwhile, SK Gaming are taking the Nexus turret off their own. This has effectively become a base race. Voyboy getting in there. Orianna's just about to spawn. They're going to continue on the pressure. The Nexus turret did not go down. And SK Gaming forced to back away from this one. So CLG picking up a base turret on that one. Now we're seeing Voyboy teleporting. They're going into the base. CLG are pushing into the base. Voyboy's gone for the final Nexus turret. They're going to try and catch up towards Aranea. Have they got the damage?
Everyone's teleporting in.
The second teleport comes in. Big penalty. Orianna ultimate. The Nexus is exposed. The double lift is going to take the Nexus down. No, Kevin gets in there. Absolutely obliterates him. The Voyboy throws him back. And it's 1-in. I do not believe the game. What an absolute epic finish to a fantastically slow game. And good God, everything happens at once. 35-minute game. CLG just pulled off a crazy, crazy victory.
Trying to think through what happened there. And we knew that as soon as something started, everything was going to get created, just like happened at the start there. But one of the closest, most chaotic base races, SK getting caught with their pants down a bit. They got double, triple teleported onto there, and the emotion is pouring out of these players after that match.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. So we now have a 0-2 SK Gaming. They've got to go beat Victor's Gaming. We also have CLG now at a 1-1 situation, tied with IG in the group. Let's take a look at the group stage if we can to see how it works out. I mean, Azubu Frost, we know, are already, they're 2-0. I say they're already. You know,
Yeah.
They could still be a 3-way tie with Azubu. They could lose to CLG.
What could happen is we could see potentially